Hi guys, I'm gonna answer some of the common questions again today, and they were answered previously, most of them, but I'm just gonna do it for those of you who still haven't heard it. Maybe this type of explaining will be a bit different, it will resonate with you better. I also again want to remind you that we have a playlist, useful videos, that is a collection of videos that explain how magic works, how energies work, how to raise your vibration, all of those stuff. So it's the most useful videos you can watch on this channel. If you don't want to watch anything else, watch that. And I really, if anyone wants to be my client, if anyone is my client, they just need to be familiarized with this, because a lot of people have the wrong idea about magic, about the concept of magic, and we're going to get into it. So I'm going to start with one important thing, and this actually happened. So, if you are getting a spell for your crush, like a love spell or a last spell or something like that, and let's say you're gay and your crush, you are absolutely sure is only into girls, don't buy it. Okay, because whatever, maybe scammers will tell you that it can work. No, we can't change people's sexual orientations. We just can't, even if we did like brain spells or whatever. If they're attracted only to women, that's it. You can't make them like you if you're not a woman, and clearly you're not. So that's it, that's my answer. um they would have to be bisexual, or they would have to be at least bi-curious or something for the spell to potentially work. But if you're sure they're only into girls, no, magic can help you. People always have their free will. That's very important to say. Magic does not create slaves, so it can't create you a gay slave. If the person is heterosexual, they're gonna stay heterosexual. Yeah, that's it. What magic does is it works on people who already have some interest for you. So, for a spell to work on a crush, sure, we can create a situation where they would get interested in you if they're not already, or we can just increase that interest. Same with X. So we are basically creating situation where they would like want to be with you again. I mean, it does depend on a lot of factors with X's. Sometimes we need to clear, some blockages, some issues, some blah 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 blah. Never mind. But the thing is, there has to be some kind of interest with any love working. So if they have no interest in men in general, uh, they will not have any interest in you either, because you are also a male, and they're interested in girls, and that's it. We can't make them interested. We can't create a situation where they would consider to becoming gay. Basically, it's just yeah, no, it's highly unlikely. I'm not gonna say it's completely impossible, for them to maybe want to try it with a guy, even if they're heterosexual, because these things do happen. But I would not waste your money, basically. So it's highly unlikely, and it will probably need lots and lots of work. So it's just better for you to get someone who actually is interested in men. That's it. Okay. Okay, next one, the very popular third party one. What if my ex is seeing someone else? If he or she, right? If they're seeing someone else, if they're in another relationship, if they're seeing someone new, if they, I don't know, if it's not an ex, if it's like someone you're kind of connected to, but they are in a relationship, they are married, whatever the issue is, basically any issue where there's a third party. So when they're with someone else, basically, is what it is about. Okay, so like I said, the best way to handle it vibrationally, right? We do spells, and then what you need to do vibrationally about it is stop obsessing about the third party. Stop obsessing about the ex as well. Focus on you, obsess with you. Yeah. and stop obsessing with this third person, because when you obsess with a third person, you're basically giving power to this person, you're putting this person on a pedestal, you're telling yourself that this person is better than you and more important than you, because you're clearly giving them so much of your time and so much of your energy. So stop doing that. The best thing is just to pretend this person doesn't exist, not to pay attention on this person. Like, when you think about the situation, pretend like this person is not even there. And it may be a bit hard to achieve in the beginning, but with practice you can do it. So third parties are there to be ignored. If we obsess about them, it's harder for me to get rid of them. So there's something that should be ignored, like they're not even an issue there. Your focus should not be on a third party, that's for sure. Okay, while we're on the topic of obsessing, I'm going to talk about it a bit more, because so many of you have had issues with it, or still are having, or have it here and there. Now, the problem is that even when I get you into the right vibration, and you stop like being so needy and obsessed, and you start getting movement, and that's when you are super excited. Oh, it's working. So what happens is that a lot of people go back to low vibrations. So now that they're getting something from the ex, if there was no contact for months, and then they text, they get so excited. So they get automatically attached again, anxiously attached and needy again. And what happens is contact stops, because now you're blocking it again with your neediness. So what you need to do is basically really stay calm when movement starts. Stay calm and follow the instructions. Keep following the instructions. Of course, you're going to be happy and excited and more positive, but don't go into the neediness. Don't go into waiting for texts. Don't go into like obsessing about it, basically. Just keep following the instructions like you did before, and you will be fine. Now, I have issue with some clients where, one of my clients, and you're going to recognize who you are. We talked today. Anyways, whenever he gets movement with the ex, and everything's good, right? And then, when the ex doesn't reply straight away, he just goes back into being needy and obsessive about the text. Oh, she's not replying. Something's wrong. Nothing's wrong. People don't need to reply straight away. You have to understand this. Maybe they read a message and they have something urgent to do, or they just, will respond later, they're busy or whatever. So nothing's wrong. There's no reason to panic if someone doesn't respond straight away. Seriously, no reason to panic. That sometimes I don't respond straight away because I'm doing spells, or I'm busy, or I'm sleeping, or whatever it is. We're not in the same time zone, or I'm at work. So at my job, when I'm at my job, I can't be online. So please keep that in mind, that's what's happening with them. Do you panic when I don't reply straight away? You don't. I will, right? So you should have the same feeling with your ex as well, like with me. I know they will reply, and that's it. That's the spirit you have to be in. And then I tell to the client, she will reply, and then just as soon as I type it down and send it and they read it, she replies, because he gets back into higher vibration, because I calm him down, and that's how it works. So you can say this to yourself. I'm not the one that needs to tell this to you. So just imagine it's me, and I always reply to all of you, don't I? Yes, I do. And I don't always reply straight away, because I'm not always available straight away. So just imagine the same for everyone else. So why is this ex different than me when it comes to replies? We're all the same. So just see it as that. Okay, they will reply when they will be able to. End of story. That's how you deal with that, okay? Now let's talk about impatience, because most of you are very impatient, and this is a big issue, big issue, because universe doesn't like impatience. It just doesn't. I know it sucks. I was impatient, very impatient as well. So what to do if you're impatient? Well, you have to practice patience, basically, and trust me, it's just gonna improve your life so much when you become a patient person. It's really rewarding, it's beautiful, and it's so much nicer than being impatient. It's so much more peaceful. So impatience, I mean, what's the point of impatience? There is no point. Being impatient will only delay the spell, will only mess it up. What you should be doing is being patient. Okay, it will work when it works. It's kind of like if you are sick and you get medicine prescribed by your, how do you say, doctor, I guess, physician, right? I don't know. Anyways, they prescribe you medication and it says drink one pill every 6 hours, and you're so impatient to get better that you're drinking one pill every 2 hours, thinking that you will speed it up because you're impatient to get well. So you want to get well sooner, so you think if you take the medicine more and more, you're going to get better sooner. And in fact, what you're doing is you're making yourself more sick, because it's not healthy to take so much medication in such short intervals. So same thing, you are making yourself more sick. Basically, you're making yourself more obsessed by being impatient, and you're delaying the spell. So stop doing that. Okay, then I got a question that, on some subreddits people are telling that it's better to do spells yourself. I don't agree with that one, and not just because I'm a spellcaster. I don't agree on that one because, number one, not everyone knows how to cast spells. Not everyone knows how to cast spells, in the same level of success. And number three, the biggest issue why I wouldn't recommend it. I do recommend it if it's a smaller issue that you're not very attached to, and you're not, in a low vibration, and it's preferably not a love interest. Then I think you definitely can, if you know how to, and if you have some, talent in it. If you are very obsessed and anxious and, all of those things, what's gonna happen when you cast the spell is that, you're not gonna be able to focus properly. Your energy will not be properly focused because you're all, messed up on the inside. You have to be in a very good place to cast a successful spell, which is why I take care of myself so well. I'm not, I'm not involved with anyone. I don't even have sex. Yeah, because I just want my energy to be completely pure and to be like in a really good, peaceful place. And this is why I cannot be upset. So that's basically why I stopped advertising on Reddit, because I don't want to be upset by, competition and just people with bad intentions and all of that. It does influence my energy, and it can't be done if I want to be a good spellcaster. So basically, even myself, a witch, if I had an ex I wanted to bring back and I was very, very anxious about it, I would I was hurt. If I was in a low vibration, if I was like really not doing well, my mood just isn't well. I'm not necessarily like needy or obsessive, but I'm depressed. I'm not in a good mood after a breakup. I would hire someone else, honestly. And yes, witches do hire other witches when they have issues. Other witches have hired me, and I have hired other witches as well a few times. So once when I needed how do you say it, energy cleansing, I just didn't do it myself because at the time I was just depressed, and I knew, if I did an energy cleansing myself in that state, it wouldn't really be that great. So I did hire another witch to do it for me. So yeah. Even I do it when I'm not doing well, because I know that in that place, in the place I'm at the moment, and nobody is always good again, I won't be able to do it properly, and it will not work. And I just the honest truth, yeah. So that's the reason why. And normally, if you're able to, absolutely, absolutely do it yourself. Why not? Um, I will say that I do a lot of spells for me. I mean, a lot. I don't do anything love related because I don't have a love interest and I don't want a love interest at the moment. So haven't done anything like that in forever. But I do other spells for myself. When I have time, I will do a glamour spell, but I haven't done one in a really long time because it's just not really a priority. And I do road openers for myself, pretty regularly. And I also do some spells when I have some kind of smaller issues. For example, uh, I did a spell for my pop quiz, as you know, and I have to say it worked in under a month. It started working like pretty much straight away, and it fully worked this Saturday. If you want a full audio about it, I can make it, but I'm aware it's not very interesting to you because the topic is pop quiz. It's not an X, but still, I did use a skull spell, and it is an interesting story. So. And the last question that I got today was about yellow flowers. So, as we all know, yellow flowers are a sign from Angel Jophiel. So, this specific client saw 3 yellow flowers, and 3 is the number of Angel Jophiel. So, that's like a double sign. And it was in his neighbor's backyard. Sorry, is it that the right expression? Backyard, yeah. So there was 3 of them. There were actually tulips, and tulips are my favorite flowers. Jophiels are sunflowers, but mine are tulips. So it could have been a sign for me as well, because I have been kind of rooting for you secretly. So, and then, he wasn't sure if it's a sign or not. So what he did was, kind of contemplate about it, because there were some purple flowers around these 3 yellow flowers. And then I think the next day, or I don't know when, I kind of don't remember the whole story. The purple flowers were just like not gone, but let me just read. Sorry, I have to check it to say it correctly, because I don't want to give misinformation, of course. Just a sec. Okay. Yeah. So he went back to look at them. Most of the purple flowers in the middle patch had fallen down. Okay. Only in the patch around the yellow flowers, but none of the purple flowers in 2 other patches had fallen down. So, he needed a confirmation it was a sign, so he got it. Yeah. There are so many stories from you about yellow flowers that it's just insane, and they're always signs. So yeah, signs, definitely. Okay, that's what I have for you today. I hope that you enjoyed this Q&A. I tried to make it as quick as possible. Thank you for listening. Bye.